Hello, my name is Mershon Viscusi, and I'm here with one of our talented L counselors that works at the International Center. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Michelle Marinello, and I'm one of two counselors here at the International Center.
It's so nice to be with you. I see that you are talking about scheduling L students with the end in mind.
Right. We wanted to have a focus for our students to just be viewed like any other student, and so that way they keep the momentum moving with the scheduling process and not kind of get stuck in scheduling that might not be the best for an L student, so that way we can get to graduation in a timely manner.
So sometimes, what a typical student might need at that time might be different for an L because if you keep the end in mind, you have the perspective of how it might be different, a different course.
Exactly. So in the beginning when they come, they might be at a novice level, so we're going to schedule a little bit more appropriately for that. And as they progress, we're going to want to notice the strides they're making so that they can go ahead and move forward into classes that are more beneficial for graduation requirements.
Excellent. So what is this graduation requirements? How is that important to keep in mind for an L?
So some of the key points we have here on this slide in regards to scheduling students with the end in mind is always taking into account graduation requirements when scheduling. Um, L student graduation requirements are just the same as they are for native English speakers. So they take all the same classes that
Really?
everyone else takes. Yes.
Wow.
So we want to consider course sequence when scheduling so that courses are taken in appropriate order. So for instance, English 1 before English 2 and so forth.
Even if you have like an older student, they would still need to do English 1 even if they were like in sophomore or...
Exactly. We want to have the transcript look seamless, so we don't really want to have courses taken out of sequence because it does not look as good to colleges when they do apply for college if that's in their plan. And then considering student interest when scheduling, because we know for any human being, if you're interested in a subject, you're going to be more apt to succeed in the class.
And actually, if they're interested, it's going to help them learn English faster, right?
Right, exactly. So what many counselors use for scheduling is the graduation requirement exhibit, which is located in the high school planning guide. And so when working on the master schedule, familiarity with this sheet is most helpful for sequencing courses appropriately. And it just helps kind of keep a guide for what is required for each student.
So everybody's familiar with this document, but there's a particular part, this part, that you think is really important to have close by when you're working with L's because they have to have everything
that any
other student has, which is incredible.
Exactly. So we just included here the graduation requirements exhibit, which is located in the high school planning guide. And we provided the link to get to it quickly here on the right-hand side, bottom corner of your screen. So you can just click on that, and that will take you to the actual high school planning guide, where not only can you view this, but many of the other course descriptions and things that are important to scheduling.
So this particular page, you said 15?
Right, this is page 15.
You use this all the time. Even though you're very familiar with it, you always keep it close just to make sure you're keeping the end in mind.
Yes, with every high school student that comes through the International Center, I use this as a resource pretty much on a daily basis.
Wow.
So here is our little check for understanding as you've gone through some of these slides. And number 1, are L student graduation requirements different than native English speakers?
I would say, I think we're going to put this in Canvas, so maybe our teachers or counselors are going to answer these questions. So I think I know the answer based on what you said, but if you don't mind, you'll answer the questions in Canvas. So I'm trying not to answer.
Okay. Well, you're doing a good job.
Thank you. So are L student graduation requirements different than native speakers? You could rewind this video and certainly hear the answer.
I think you'll find it if you listen closely.
Number 2.
What are 2 things to consider when scheduling L's? Number 3, what resource would be helpful with sequencing courses for students? And number 4, where can you find the graduation requirements or the graduation requirements exhibit?
And for the counselors and schools that would be watching this little video, do you ever, have people call you for clarification? Because you work with this scheduling question all the time, where some schools may not deal with it every single day. You
Right.
deal with it all the time. Do schools call you and ask you for a suggestion? Or
Yeah, sometimes schools will call for help with scheduling and just kind of looking at the big picture so that they know how to plan for the future. So we are always available via email or phone to just, give us a call. We can try to help guide you in the right direction if you're unsure.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, you guys, I hope this helped clarify this for you, and we look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you for all the work that you do for our students.